Okay, we had to shift focus right now because the visuals you can see on your screen, Prime Minister Modi in Karnataka, he's actually visiting various reserves that are present over there. The visuals you're seeing on your screens right now are from the Bandipur Reserve in particular. Those visuals of the Prime Minister interacting with elephants. He will also, after that, be headed towards the Mudumalai Tiger Reserve. Right now, though, he is in Karnataka. As you can see, he is at the Bandipur Tiger Reserve. And those are visuals of him interacting with elephants. All right, we'll bring you more context in just a second. This is actually, I'd like to correct myself, this is already in Tamil Nadu's Mudumalai Tiger Reserve that you can see the Prime Minister on your screens. And it's important to note that on his plan was that he would be visiting and meeting Boman and Bailey, who you'll remember the two elephants right at the center of the Elephant Whispers documentary that won the Elephant Whisperers documentary that won the Oscar this year. I'm not sure if those are the two elephants in question that you're actually looking at on your screens right now. But today marks a momentous occasion. The Indian government is celebrating Project Tiger, 50 years of it in particular. Let's go over to my colleague Akshara right now for more context on all of these developments in just a second. Akshara, good morning. Thank you for joining us. We've switched topics very, very quickly. Akshara, we know that over the last few days, the Nilgiris have seen a very, very tight security cover, especially around the Mudumalai Tiger Reserve as the Prime Minister was set to visit. We know specifically he's going to be visiting the elephant camp that is present there. Tell us more about the visuals we're seeing on our screens. Are these the two young Oscar-winning elephants?
Well, you see, to commemorate the 50 years completion of the Project Tiger, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Mysore. He took out a safari in the Bandipur National Park. Right now, he headed towards Theppakadu Elephant Camp here near Mudumalai in Tamil Nadu, bordering the district of Karnataka. He'll also be visiting Boman and Bailey, facilitate them, who recently featured in the Elephant Whisperers, which won Oscar very recently. He'll facilitate them, he'll interact with them. He'll also be taking a look over the elephant camp there and Tiger Reserve there. And after that, he'll also be having a conversation with the directors of the Tiger Reserve region in that particular district, and he'll also discuss all the various aspects that need to be taken into consideration when it comes to wildlife conservation and also conserving various species of cats there. And he'll also be launching IPCA, the International Big Cats Alliance project, where he has called for a global leader alliance in order to safeguard the habitats of the tiger species, 8 different species of cats. So keeping this in consideration, this is a big step forward by the Indian government in order to safeguard the habitats of the tiger species and also put an end to the poaching that has been taking place in certain parts of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu as well. And he'll also be heading back once again to Mysuru, where he'll be unveiling the 50 rupee coin commemorating the 50 years completion of 50 years of Project Tiger. So these are the list of events that are being scheduled today.
Okay, Akshara, just walk us through the numbers when it comes to tiger poaching itself over the last few decades. What have the numbers fallen when it comes to both Karnataka and Tamil Nadu? I know that activists have frequently complained that the government is dragging its feet when it comes to the issue of poaching. Give us more context.
Well, today Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be putting forth all the census data that has been carried out here, and in a short time he will be publishing it. And the tiger count is around 3,000. It is what expected. But once the official publication is out, we will get to know the further details regarding the development. And the last survey was census was had taken place in 2018, and the recent survey details will be out very time soon, which the Prime Minister will be publishing it and putting forth to the public as well. So on the other hand, the environmentalists are also pressurizing the government to take more strict action in order to safeguard the habitat and the breeding point of the tiger species. So that has come to the fore as well. But on the other hand, this IPCA, which is a major focus by the government, not just in India but also a global alliance which the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called, stating that there there is a need for the global alliance in order to save the tiger species and also ensure the number of species of cats increases. So he has called for this particular global alliance, which was initiated in the year 2019, which will be executed in the coming days.
Okay, and Akshara, if you could walk us through the history of Project Tiger. It was obviously launched, let me just tell our audiences, back in 1973 by the Indira Gandhi government, and it completed its golden jubilee on April 1st. Walk us through what Project Tiger has looked like over the last few decades, and then tell us more about the International Big Cat Alliance also, please, that the Prime Minister will be launching today.
Well, you see, this particular project, the Project Tiger, was initiated in 1973 during Prime Ministership of Indira Gandhi. Two main aspects was taken into mind. One was the safeguarding the natural habitat ecosystem of the tiger species, and also the breeding point as well, in order to provide facilitate suitable conditions for the tiger species. And also second main aspect was in order to curb the poaching that was taking place in many parts of India, and precious skin, claws, and also were being sold for higher amounts, and it would fetch a good amount for these skin, claws of the tiger. So these two aspects were kept in mind, and this particular project was initiated, and successive governments also took part in these projects to ensure that the numbers of tiger species increase in India. And right now 50 years have been completed. In order to commemorate that, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has come to Mysore. He took out a safari in this Bandipura Tiger Reserve and is headed to Mudumalai, there another tiger reserve, and is also taking a look at the elephant camp there. And as I pointed out earlier, the census data will be out regarding the tiger species. And another aspect, the furthering of this project, is the IBCA, International Big Cat Alliance. In order to ensure the survival or prevent the depletion of the habitats, so this particular project has been called out. It is not just restricted to India, but also to the whole Asian subcontinent and also to the world. As the abbreviation stand for International Big Cats Alliance, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had gave this concept in the year 2019, which will be executed in the coming time. So 8 species of cats have been taken into consideration, like leopard, snow leopard, puma, tiger. These are the species, and many such species are taken into consideration under this project, and all the global leaders will try to ensure that their habitat, breeding points are neatly maintained, ensured that the depletion of these species is put to an end. And also another key aspect which they will be focusing on is curbing the poaching that had been taking place in many parts of Karnataka and other places as well. So in order to put this menace to an end, this particular project has been launched, which will be executed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi very shortly.
Okay, when you take a look at India's legislation, Akshara, one of the things that our country has done very, very successfully over the last more than a decade, so since 2010, is increase our tiger population. In the same time duration, you've had some countries like Cambodia, Vietnam and Laos, where experts believe tigers are essentially functionally extinct today. But most experts look at India as a successful example of increasing our tiger population over the last few years. Can you lay out for our audiences, according to experts, what has worked in India's tiger efforts over the last few decades? Because it seems like that's one thing experts can agree on, that when it comes to a comparison between different countries, we are leaders when it comes to how we've taken care of our tigers over the last few decades. What has worked?
Well, you see, we had many specific projects in order to ensure that a special care is taken when it comes to the maintenance of the habitats, breeding points, and also ensure the numbers increase when it comes to the tiger species. And one of the main projects, as we are discussing right now, is the Project Tiger. As I rightly mentioned,